Oh my God. Seriously? You're gonna give me money to roast myself? It's the most meta thing I think I've ever done on the internet. Speaking of the most meta thing that I've ever done on the internet, it's time for the roast of some random piece of shit called Cinematic or Cinemateq. Maybe include a pronunciation guide with your channel so people know what the hell to call it. Maybe you could avoid some embarrassment in the future. Except for right now, because you know I'm gonna lay on the embarrassment real thick. And I think I probably need to start off with the fact that we live in the same city. And I am just so goddamn disappointed by that fact. Do you know how many pretentious pieces of shit are already here? Do you know how many people are being pushed out of the city because they can't afford to live here because of, I'm sure, people like you? Way too many. And then here you are, another asshole trying to convince everyone that your film opinion matters. And I cannot stand for that. Also, the fuck is this profile picture? Are you some kind of brand? Do you think that you're like Pepsi or FedEx or some shit like that and that people are gonna take you more seriously with this 5-second Photoshop show? What are these 3 colors supposed to mean? They're not even the proper Technicolor things, if that is what you as a film aficionado are thinking that it's supposed to represent, because those are all off-brand pastels. That's not true Technicolor. So congratulations, you f***ed up in the most basic way possible. And then we get a bunch of other random stuff. Oh, look at that. They've got a link tree. I wonder how up to date it is. Get 1 month of Mubi for free? What, did you get some kind of brand subscription? I bet this isn't even active anymore. It is? How is that possible? I thought that stuff would have been taken down by now for this completely random person that I don't know. Oh, look everyone, the Archive of Excellence 2022 nominations are open. So that's at least a year old. Wow. Way to keep all of this up to date. Support you on Patreon? Yeah, like anyone should do that, you disorganized Oh, and you got a YouTube channel? Yeah, guess what? We're definitely not looking at that. And as for Twitter, I'm basically done with any single person who even has an account on that god-awful cesspool of a website. Same with TikTok. Thanks for gathering a whole bunch of information for the Chinese government, you fucking sellout. And then on this most glorious day of July 4th, we get to look at their top films. And wouldn't you guess it? This piece of shit, this supposed Canadian, has 3 American films in their top 4 and a French film. Maybe they moved to Toronto from Montreal and this is their way of making amends. And it seems kind of strange, wouldn't you think, that someone from the progressive utopia of Toronto would have 2 goddamn war films in their favorite films? I wonder if this person's even self-aware enough to know that both of these films are critiques in their own way. I'm gonna guess not, because I don't know if you knew this about people who live in Toronto, most of them are stupid. We also have Blade Runner here, the most ambling nonsense film that has ever existed. Hey, Ridley Scott, maybe next time you try to make a revolutionary film, work on the plot, my guy. Let's have a little bit of A to B to C, you know? Let's have some action, some consequence, causality. It'd be a great thing to add. Oh, and then look at this. We go down into the recent activity, and I guess this person, oh, they're very cultured, aren't they? They are very cultured. They've got a South Korean film, I think, The Child. They've got what I can only assume is a Canadian film. Let's take a look at this. I mean, that review says to me that it's Canadian. Details, Canada. Yep, who could have guessed that a Canadian would watch a Canadian film? That's, I think, a sign that they're trying to be cooler than they actually are. I bet they even watch that on Canada Day. What a poser. We also have The Naked Spur, a Western that I've never heard of, and Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, something that they felt the need to give 2.5 stars. I wonder what their stupid review of it was. This film really gets going when it remembers how to be a national treasure movie. What a great review coming from someone who I guess can't be bothered to actually think about other parts of the film. Like, I don't know, the first 45 minutes of the movie, or maybe the last 20 when it's not being a national treasure movie. Great. I hope you don't actually review films professionally, because you shouldn't be getting paid for it. So let's see what else is going on down here. Did they have any popular reviews? Ooh, 81. Give $9 to 9 bots and you got 81 likes, probably. I know I complain about long movies sometimes, but it. Let's get 5-hour movies going. I didn't want it to end. Saying this, of course, about Across the Spider-Verse, a movie that we know will not be winning Best Picture. And this seems like a terrible thing to say about a movie. People physically cannot sit in a chair for 5 hours to watch a film. That's why it's a good thing that films like Dune get chopped up into 2 films. Because who in their right mind is going to sit for 5 hours and watch Oscar Isaac do stuff in a film? Which one was I talking about? Across the Spider-Verse or Dune? You don't know. I'm clever like that. And I guess they also just put out a review for Past Lives, which that's kind of weird, having 2 popular reviews for movies that just came out. This person's probably been on here for a while. Makes me think these are botted reviews even more. So for Past Lives, they said, this film took In Another Life I would have loved to do laundry and taxes with you and stretched it out for 100 minutes. I ain't mad. And this is just a classic example of someone who thought way too highly of Everything Everywhere All at Once from last year and now cannot get it out of their head, so everything must be a reference to it. Could you try having an original thought? Oh, sorry, that would probably give you a headache. So why don't we take a look at the lists? Oh my God, they've got 34 lists. Comment on this list to get roasted. That doesn't even fucking mean anything. Every film I watched in June 2023 ranked. Boring. Indiana Jones ranked. Boring. The Evil Dead franchise. Boring. The best movies ever made, a completely correct ranking. Wow, could this guy get any more fucking arrogant? What do we even got in here? Look at this. Motherfucker didn't even put Top Gun in his... He didn't even put that in here at all. Oh no, there it is, number 41. Imagine being the person who puts a movie in your top 4 but can't even be bothered to rank it in the top 40 of your best films of all time. What a dinkus. And I mean that term literally. Dinkus. And then there's what? Other things in here? Playtime, Kiki's Delivery Service. I'm not seeing any Godfathers. I'm not seeing any Goodfellas. I'm not even seeing anything that I would consider to be a basic Criterion bitch. Maybe Brink of Life because it's a Bergman film, but are you really gonna tell me this film and not like The Passion of Anna or a more mainstream Bergman film is one of the best films of all time? Get out of here, my man. And no one's even heard of Jimpa. Why is that even in your top 53? Also, there's 53 fucking films here. Every single other person who thought that this should be like a list of 100 or 250, absolutely goddamn not. Cinephiles recommend films you probably haven't seen. Probably just this guy's way of jerking off about how many obscure movies he's seen. Why is Cinephiles plural here? What, he's got a community of people who are cool? I fucking doubt it. Every Star Trek movie ranked? Guess we got a nerd on our hands. Why don't we just head on over to the films, because I'm tired of looking at that. Too many lists, too much nonsensical bullshit. I hate it. So why don't we just, I don't know, flip this around. Let's take a look at the lowest rated ones. I got a movie here called 8. I guess. I don't even know what that is. Battlefield Earth, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Brazen. Dude, why are you watching Brazen? Did you just wake up one early morning in 2022 and decide that you were going to review a shitty Netflix film called Brazen? So then that's why you watched it? Why would you even do that? Was that part of your TikTok push? Aw, did it not work out for you? Yeah, I wonder why, reviewing movies like that. Pauly Shore is Dead. Why are you bothering with these films? There are some films here where you should just know by the name of them that they are awful. Like, why are you even doing this to yourself? But hey, at least he had the good sense to put Triumph of the Will down at a half star. This guy may be a complete piece of shit, but at least he hates Nazis. So let's flip this around. Let's see what's on the high end. I bet it's going to be a bunch of like pretentious nonsense. Oh my God. Twin Peaks side by side at a 5-star. Give me a break. You probably barely even rewatch the original Twin Peaks. You probably strike me as the type of person who gets like 5 episodes in, or maybe you make it all the way to season 2 and then you stop because your fandom quits when the show gets not so good. Yeah, I think that's about what we're dealing with here. Also, La Jetée, goddamn photo collage turned into a movie. Give me a break, man. Also, what the hell is this? Those who make Revolution halfway only dig their own graves, 5 stars? Whoa, whoa. Pretentious asshole confirmed. My God. And we can also see this here from some of these other 5-star ones. Sans Soleil. Oh yeah, an almost visually and narratively incomprehensible documentary. Of course it's in the top 5. Y Tu Mama Tambien, Memories of Murder, Eyes Wide Shut. Pff, guy's just probably horny. Why aren't you just watching pornography? That's probably a lot easier, much less fast forwarding than you would need to do. Possessor, probably for some more horny times. EO, hopefully not for horny times. Freaked, what? Freaked at 4.5 stars? A film directed by like Bill from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? How is that a 4.5 star film? Ugh, this guy has got some weird taste. He's trying to overload everything by being like pretentious, but also including things like Speed. Like, who is giving Speed 4.5 stars right beside High Noon? No way, man. No way. This is a lie so you can look your friends in the eye and still say that you like good movies or popular movies or at least action films from the 90s. That's your attempt to maintain relationships. I guarantee it. All right, jerkwad. I guess you desperately need to see some films, and I'm going to recommend one for you that you have to watch. This is going to turn you into less of a pretentious piece of shit. And judging from the films that I'm already seeing in this watch list, that's going to be hard, except for Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. There you go. This is the film that you're going to watch. It's going to turn you into a better person, make you appreciate life. And you know what? It's got some cool little zombie creatures in it. So that'll be fun. Hopefully you're not allergic to fun. That is where the roast of TJ ends. So, how did I do? Was that okay?